Hey guys, welcome to Abby's Auras, or welcome back if you've been here before. Please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Okay, so I'm excited to be making a new video on my new channel. If you haven't already, then please support by hitting that subscribe button. I have some amazing things coming and I'm super excited for you all to be seeing it and experience it with me. Also, if you enjoy any of my videos, please give them a thumbs up because it really helps more people see them. And yeah, I'm excited to grow, and let's get straight into the video. So this video, I actually am going through it right now, so I tend to make videos on what I'm spiritually going through as the base of the topic, and then just go out from there, because I think it's quite good to sometimes make videos in the feeling that you're having right now so people can relate. And I actually didn't know, when I first was awakened, I didn't know about these, and it really helped when someone told me that they was also going through it, so I knew it was kind of normal. Because I think sometimes it can be a little bit daunting and scary when you don't know all of these things are connected and why am I feeling like this, what is this. But anyway, it's basically all the symptoms you get as you're like spiritually growing, let's say. So if you're actually maybe shifting into a new energy, or if you're having a download, not a download in as in a message download, more like a download of your body's genetics kind of upgrading almost. And I know that sounds really out there for some people, but it's totally, well, I believe it anyway. So basically your body goes through spiritual changes and it keeps kind of upgrading. And this is how I see it, this is how my brain kind of computes it. So of course, when you're going through a spiritual shift, your body needs to change and tone it's like the vibration to that shift. So it can give us symptoms and stuff like that, and at first I was like, what's happening? But now I kind of see when it's happening, I'm like, oh, it's okay, it's just that. And it really helped calm my nerves, because at first it freaked me out a little bit. But basically, I'm going to go through the list of the symptoms, and then make sure you stay to the end, because I actually have some ways that you can help go through this experience, and it can be more enjoyable rather than more daunting. So the first one is all about your sleep. So there's a few different ways it can actually affect your sleep. So you could actually sleep full all night and you feel like one of them sleeps that you have such a deep, really good sleep, but then you wake up extremely tired still. And this is what I've been doing. It seems like my daughter has been sleeping amazing, and she's not actually getting up as often, and I'm having so much more sleep than I ever have before, and it's such a deep sleep, and I'm waking up and I'm like, wow, I felt like I've been hit by just a wave of tiredness. So I feel so much more tired than usual. Obviously once you start getting up and throughout your day it feels fine, but sometimes you can feel even more tired than I do now. So it's really hard to make it throughout the day. I feel like I would love to have little naps, but I can't. But yeah, it's just really tired energy, and have an amazing sleep but feeling like you've had none. And also this used to happen a lot in the early days. I feel like, I don't know why it doesn't, it can happen either way for anyone. So I used to actually get interrupted sleep. So I think now I would be used to that with the baby. But yeah, I used to kind of wake up randomly in the middle of the night and then kind of not be able to sleep, or just feel like so tired, like why do I keep waking up? But yeah, it's just your body's like kind of like coding system trying to work hard, and the energy is a little bit much. It wakes us up and we kind of don't know why, and then yeah, you end up being super tired for that reason too. And then the other one is just tiredness in itself. So you might have not even noticed like having an amazing sleep or being interrupted, like, you know, in your sleep, but you could just be tired, like flat out just tired anyway. So basically tired, you're probably going through this if you have the rest of these symptoms too, but that is a really the main one for me. I get so tired, and I don't really like feeling tired because I feel very unproductive, and I like to be active and up and about with the kids. So number 2 is headaches. I don't get them as bad now either, but I think that's because I know how to handle it. So I'd get such intense headaches, and especially around the third eye and my temples for some reason. I don't know if that's quite common because I haven't actually searched these symptoms, because I kind of wanted to go off what I'm experiencing or I've experienced, but I know there's so much more out there. But yeah, I'd like super bad headaches, more of a pressure headache, and it's just there and it's a bit annoying. I've actually had to take some medicine today, and I never do that. I really don't like taking medicine pretty much ever, but the headache was so bad, I knew that if I didn't you know, fix it, then it would have turned into a migraine, because it was just very very noticeable, like very in your face, and I wouldn't have been able to kind of function without it, without the medicine. So yeah, headaches, and then also ears ringing or ears popping as well. So it's kind of like a buzzing sound, or just like a constant tone sound, if that makes sense. Please comment below if you understand what I'm on about. I'm just making these words up in my own head to try and describe a sound, but that has been the most common one. Like sometimes I'm just having, you know, I'm just in my own little world in my day, and then next minute I'm just like and it's like, wow. So yeah, I actually got a lot of ear infections when I first was like awakened. A lot of, well, it wasn't even ear infections because I'd have such sore ears, and they just felt like ear infections, and that like constant like noise in my ears and just aching and like painful ears. And I remember actually going to the doctors a few times, and they kept saying like, there's nothing in your ears, I don't know what you're on about, like it's no red, there's no infection. And I kept saying, I've got an ear infection. And I went back because I remember it made me a little bit off balance in work, and I was like, it must be an ear infection, and it's like, it's getting worse. So I went back again, and they was like, it's really not an ear infection, like there's nothing wrong with you. And they said maybe I had vertigo, but turns out I was just growing spiritually, and that was just the reason. And yeah, I figured out how to stop this from getting so bad, but I definitely have the ears ringing a lot. And I've actually heard that it's to do, the ears one is to do with your psychic powers. So, and I have like clairvoyant, I don't have clair audio, which I thought would be related to that, and a few of the others, but basically that is more connected to that apparently. Don't quote me on that one, do your research, but yeah, that one, it gets me all the time, even when I don't have all these other ones. Mostly it's the ears. Okay, so next is aching. So you can kind of feel a little bit achy around your body, like maybe like your joints or your back or your neck. I used to get it like tension in my neck and my shoulders a lot as I was going through like my spiritual growth, and it's more like when you get this aching and you know, the aching in your body, the pain, you kind of just want to rest, but it's because it's the energy that's kind of blocked. You need to move about, and you don't really feel like it, but it will really help. So if you move about, it will release the blocks and like kind of like move it around, so it will really help you. So when we're experiencing this and all these changes are happening, we need to make sure we're moving, and really like, I kind of like picture myself like doing this, and like, I don't know, anything to just move your body. Yoga's very good for this, and just dancing really. So moving around as you're all the time, not even just as you're growing through this experience, just move as much as you can. It helps that energy really not get stagnant and stuck and kind of start to form pressures, because it's just too much energy in that one spot of your body. We need it to be like a flowing circuit rather than like a bulge of energy up here and not as much down here. Okay, so the next one is the feeling of overwhelming energy. And I actually started out my spiritual journey with energy healing. So I'm very good at picking up on different energies, and through the spiritual you know, group of friends I've got, most of them are healers, so most of them understand this. So I actually don't know if it's meant more because of the healers or just spiritual like people in general. So please comment below if you're you know, maybe if you're a Reiki or energy healer and you experience this, and please comment below if you're not and experience this, because I would, you know, be interested. I would like to know if this is just because people that work with energy experience it, or just in general they experience it. So I basically, you can feel the kind of the energy, you can just feel it. It feels like a lot. It can feel like not necessarily negative energy, but it's just overwhelming. So it can you feel a little bit maybe negative sometimes, but it's not that the energy is bad, it's just that it's a lot and it kind of takes it out of you. And then even if it's really, really positive energy, it can still feel very overwhelming, because it just feels like a pressure and a lot. And you know that when there's energy like that, then there's big shifts and it's like, oh no, really, again? But yeah, basically the feeling of overwhelming energy, this can make people emotional, it can make you have anxiety, it can kind of just, you know, really work on your breath in that moment when you have them overwhelming energies, because breathing it out just really helps ground you and just helps let the moment pass with sailing through it, rather than letting the energy experience you, rather than you kind of experiencing the moment in bliss. So hope that helps. But now I'm going to get into the things that was going to actually help you get through this experience in a more enjoyable way. And yeah, I was gonna say something, but I was like, just wait. Okay, so the number one is grounding. It's really, really important to know how to do this and to kind of practice it more as you're going through these experiences, because sometimes it can just, we feel like we're like floating away and we're like not in a positive way. It's like we're meant to be experiencing Earth. We're meant to be experiencing this beautiful planet. So sitting in nature, just imagine them, you stood on the floor and, you know, imagining them roots of the tree going through your feet, up your legs, and just grounding you to this beautiful earth. Just anything that's grounding for you will really, really help you in this moment, because it helps you keep connected to your physical body as well. So, and I know that sounds crazy, but if you're going through this, you'll understand what I'm on about. Because when you're going through all of these, you know, spiritual growth things, then, or even a spiritual awakening, you might even just be going through this for the first time, you can kind of feel so up in the clouds and like you start to kind of feel detached a little bit almost. So it's very, very important to be grounding and just center yourself, be able to, you know, meditate and stuff like that, to just kind of just connect with yourself again, because that's very important, to be always connected to your true self. So the next one is crystals. So I love crystals. I think that they are beautiful to look at. They have such beautiful energy. I love the energy of crystals. I have some beautiful crystals that I adore. I literally feel like everyone should have crystals. Yeah, I love crystals, if you didn't guess by now. I'll link my favourite crystal shop below because I just love them, and I feel like the energy from this crystal shop, anytime I get a crystal from there, it feels so, the energy feels beautiful. Like she cleanses them and she does all of the things to them, and I'm like, oh, when I get them I just feel so connected to the crystals, where I've ordered them from other places before and I've not really felt the connection as good. So yeah, I will link my favourite crystal shop below, just so you can, you know, if you want to, go check that out and enjoy the same crystals as me. I also like the rough crystals rather than the smoothed over ones. The smoothed over ones are still beautiful, but I like the kind of really, I feel like when they're rough they're a lot stronger, the energy, it feels a lot more kind of I feel more connected to it, and I feel when they're smoothed over they're not as yeah, I don't really feel as connected to it for some reason, but they're all beautiful anyway, so definitely go check them out. I think also crystals are so good for, you can do it for grounding, you could do it for healing, you could do it for connecting, you can do that, literally you can use them for anything. So I think it's really, really fun to use crystals in your, you know, routine, and get used to which crystals feel different to you and which you feel drawn to. Just to have as a little tool, because it really helps you, especially when you're starting, to be able to like change to the different frequencies. So when your body is changing and your frequency is changing, if you have this crystal of like grounding to help you, you're not going to feel as all over the place and stuff like that. So I will definitely link that below. The next one is intentions in your water. I don't think this is rated enough, to be honest. It's in my everyday routine. So we most of our body is water, and we're just drinking it unconsciously, when water actually, I'll actually show you my new bottle that my friend got me. It's so cute. It's really, really, it's nice to drink out of as well because it keeps it really cold. It's really lovely. But yeah, I'm like I talk to the water like it's a she, it's funny. But so water holds vibration very easy, so it's, then you're drinking it, you are becoming that vibration. So if you just speak into your water, like for example, we could just set the intention. So I do it as I'm preparing my water. I basically just like speak my intention into it. You could just say it in your head, but I actually speak into it. You could just say like I intend for my water to be grounding, or I intend for my water to be healing, I intend for my water to be, and then whatever you want. You can do this with everything. You can do it with your manifestations, your healing, your love. I do it a lot for loving myself. Yeah, you can do it for pretty much everything, but it's a really good tool. I've also been doing this in my cooking as well, because I didn't even think about it, and then I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm cooking with food, and you know, the food is absorbing all this water, and I'm missing a huge opportunity here. So I've actually started to you know, put my intentions into that water too, because wherever the water's flowing from, it's got a certain vibration, and I don't know what it is, and I want to be changing it to, you know, what I actually want, rather than just a random vibration that I'm going to be embodying. So that's a super good one. And also a very new one to me. I've actually been changing the vibration of the water in my shower, and I'm actually quite impressed with how this has been going. So I actually heard it on a podcast, and I don't actually remember the name. It was just on shuffle, and I've been trying to find that same podcast. So if you know what I'm on about, then link it below, please. So yeah, I've been putting the frequency music in on the side in my shower as I'm having a shower, and then as the water my body absorbs the water, I am becoming that frequency. And I've been using the one frequency, just one, every single day, and it's so amazing. It feels like I recognize the feeling. So when I play the music as I'm getting in my shower, it's like I feel a feeling, and I'm like, that's like it, because I've embodied it. So it's kind of a familiar feeling. It's really crazy. But yeah, that was a new fun one that I've been trying out, and it seems to be working. So definitely try that one out. And then the next one is ask your guides. So if things are a little bit too much, then you can just say like, guides, like, please could you allow me to have a good sleep tonight and feel refreshed in the morning. And you know, that's going to still, the healing work and the energetic changes and the growth are still going to be happening, you know, but sometimes we just need a little bit of break from it, because it can go on for a while. And even if it doesn't go on for a while, it can feel like a long time when, you know, you're very tired. But you can actually ask your guides. So they're there waiting for you to, you know, ask them things and like tell them what to do and help you, because they're there for you. But not often, you know, do we ever ask them to do things for us. So guides, I'm going to set my intention with my guides right now. Spirit guides with love and light, please could you assist me in my amazing sleep tonight. Could you allow me to wake up feeling refreshed and ready for my day? I would still like the growth and the healing to be happening as I'm having a sleep. And I would like the pressure in my head to lessen, so I can get on with my day and enjoy my day with my kids tomorrow. Okay, it's that simple. Just make it up on the spot, whatever you want to say. So yeah, when you ask the guides to take the symptoms away, it doesn't mean that the things inside are going to just stop because you're not experiencing the symptoms. But yeah, it's nice to just have a break from it sometimes. I like to I asked them before to help me with my headache. I forgot, and I had let it get so bad, and then I was like, I could have just asked them. But I did ask them just before I decided to take some medicine. I asked them to help me with it and to just you know, really release this headache. And then about 5 minutes later, I thought, I'm gonna take some medicine and just, you know, allow my spirit guides to do their work and this medicine to heal my body. And I set the intention for the medicine to be healing and to be pure, because I personally think that some medicines have got things in that, you know, our body doesn't really like. So taking that moment to consciously accept the medicine and, you know, putting the intentions in it, I felt like that really helped me feel comfortable taking it, because I honestly don't really like putting things in my body. I just like to keep it as healthy as possible. But I understand that medicine is there for a reason also. So yeah, I don't make myself suffer, but I think it's nice to have that intention so you feel more comfortable in the moment. And asking your guides is no shame. Like, you know, I used to think like, no, I want to feel what it feels like, and like I want to understand, like, why can't I deal with this? And I remember once I was so exhausted, I was just kind of fighting it, and because I was fighting it so much because I was so overtired, I had the worst headache and my ears were just ringing for like, I think it was like days and days, and it was just getting too much. And I didn't want to give in and ask my guides for help because I was like, no, I want to experience this and be in the moment. Like, no, just ask them for help. But I soon learned my lesson. And I think that's a lesson in itself, you know, like, let go. You don't have to suffer. And that was my old self, you know, feeling like it's okay and it's normal to suffer, and feeling like it's more of a heroic action if you're suffering from it, and it's just ridiculous. But you know, I give love to that version of myself because she didn't know any different at that time. So asking your higher self, your spirit guides, whatever you need, they're there waiting to, you know, help you. So that is my last tip on how you can basically go through this situation with more of a happy energy. I really love making these videos, so if you could please, if you've got this far, could you please give the video a like so more and more people can get this beautiful message. And I can't tell you what it is, but it's so fun that I'm manifesting right now, and it's just over 7 weeks away, so it's like, yeah, 7 weeks and a little bit away. And I've been making a behind the scenes vlog of how to manifest something like this, and then I'm gonna mash it all together and then have a big reveal. And I wouldn't be saying that if it was just something super, you know, like casual, like manifesting like a top. But yeah, it's really fun and exciting, so please make sure you subscribe, like the video so more people can see my amazing news and join me in this amazing journey. So with that being said, I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys on tomorrow's video.